Okay, I started. Let's see if the chat can be used because it seems like the chat wasn't there for some reason on the first stream. There's the chat. There's a chat now. Okay, cool. There's a chat. If any of the mods will be watching on the Discord server, can someone make an announcement that I'm streaming because I don't wanna do it. Where was I? I forgot. Wait. I was doing the body of the second bit. Hi. I was in the body of the second. Binge pipe. Yeah, I'm wondering if any of the mods. I'm making a lot of content. The things I'm working on is this one. I'm working on that. I'm working on this. Yeah, I'm working on that, and then now I'm gonna make this. I'm doing the sketch part. Hi, Demon. You're one of the mods, I'm pretty sure. So, can you? I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure you can ping in the announcements thing. Cause I just don't want to. Can you ping the stream so people know? Cause some people don't get notifications for it. Isn't? Oh wait, really? Am I whack? Wait. Hang on, I'll just do it myself then. Hang on, I'll do it. I'll do it through my phone. I forget who the mods are. Hang on. There it is. Okay, I pinged everyone in the server. I do. My name's just Neon Feathers. I'm not doing it very much because I'm trying to focus more on animation, so I'm kind of going back and forth right now. Is it good now? Almost. I did get the song, yes, but the thing was that I also bought a song. So that came in the mail too, so I got confused and I forgot which song you gave me. I got Pondering and something else, but I can't remember which one was yours or not. Well, I made a whole shitpost video about the recent character I got because I was dumb and didn't realize I could have a 10th. Okay, Pondering, and that was that one then. Yeah, I already had Pondering, but it was cool. I gave it to, I think it was Sandy, so she liked it. I actually always wanted Tomodachi Life forever, and now having Animal Crossing, it feels like that old young dream that I've been wanting that game has been fulfilled, but with Animal Crossing. No, but, I realized I could have a 9th villager, and I thought I had the max, and I didn't. So I built another house, and I went island hopping right after that, and I found Sprocket, and I was like, he's cool, so I invited him. The next day, I did this, sometime in the afternoon that day. The next day when I wake up, I see that not only is there, well, there was a person in my campsite, and I was like, wait a second, that's not right, because I have already invited someone to come over. No, trust me, every single piece of art I get, I cry at. Now, I promise this is not going to be tweened. I'm just drawing the sketch of it, and then I'm going to draw it. Oh yeah, so then this person named Tangy was in my stupid any tips. One thing I did was that, like, if usable, make a name and make a character that's recognizable. In my case, I made, ooh, F. I think I mentioned before that, when I was like 7 or something, I got a DSXL, and I've had it ever since. I still play on it. And then only about a year or two ago did I get a 3DS finally. No, but for the channel thing, have an idea of who you want to be. In my case, Neon Feathers was the name I went with, and my brand character was Sona. So then everyone who saw Sona knew it was me, and vice versa. Knowing me, they knew Sona. Originally, that character was Laika, but then Laika got boring, and then it is hard to make them. I've been learning and practicing kind of the art of making brand characters, and Sona is one of my kind of experiments for that. Okay. Wait, that's not good. Well, that's good. It could just be that. It doesn't have to be really complicated. It's just that you want a face for your, for your channel. The mascot, mine is Soda. Again, it was going to be Laika, but then no one liked Laika, so yes, they are. Spark plug, I love that. Yes, but by myself. It'll probably take me a bit longer because it was what they wanted to do. In my case, it's more of like, I won't overthrow the government. Actually, no, the government sucks right now. Never mind, I will. But then again, what would I do? I'm not a very great leader. Nor am I just like a right person for the job. I'm a little shy baby. That's so cool. How have I been? Like yesterday, I had a fit. I had a little manic fit, and that wasn't fun. So yesterday wasn't too great. Recently hasn't been fun. Like, there are some improvements in me. So one, I'm not having those moments anymore where I'm just like, I remember Rod, and then get sad because it's like, oh yeah, they dumped me for their ex, you know? Like, that, I would have those random, just thoughts and then get sad. Now, if I can only force myself to have those thoughts. I don't just have them randomly anymore. Oh no, shut up, you're gay. No, yeah, simple characters can really do it. But, I would have those times where I just think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, and then sad. Or where it's like randomly that happens. I only get the fits if I get it reminded about it, if it depends, or if I talk about them, then I get sad. But the good improvement, I don't have like random times where I remember. I already have. I've got the only things that stay are animations on this channel. The only ones I knew that I deleted was the birthday video and like maybe one more, but like animations like the Abel meme that I did and the blushing meme I did a long time ago, and those ones will stay on this channel because even though they are about that person, I still like those animations. Like, Abel took me forever to do. And I put in the description of them like saying, hey, don't ship us again, don't ship us together, don't mention them, just enjoy the animation. I'm sure it is. I had it ever since middle school. And it was one thing I got bullied a lot for too. And it kind of the bullying caused it as well, in a way. It's hard to explain, but it's like I've been called to have ADHD because of it, but I don't think I have that. I mean, it's like sometimes I'll have thoughts running through my head and then they'll get so crazy and like booming in my head. Like, they could be negative thoughts about me or just remembering stuff or whatever, you know. Most of the time it's like, oh, I'm awful or whatever, right? And then it'll be like, I'll have this fit sometimes, actually most of the time. Like, I try to contain it most of the time, but when I don't, I look like a monster. I try to tear things. I bite a lot of things. That's a big thing I do for some reason. Like, that's kind of like a tick for it, I guess. Like, that's one thing. Like, whenever those fits come in, I always grind my teeth. And I get, like, all twitchy and whatnot, right? Out of just pure anger. It's like an anger thing, I think. But I've had it since middle school, and, yeah, I got made fun of for that a lot. Because it's something I really couldn't control. Specifically that, I don't think I have. Because I've had people to help me before, you know what I mean? But I don't think I ever talked about that. I don't think. But I probably am dumb when I mentioned it or something, but I don't specifically remember. But I've had it since then, and it got pretty bad, obviously, when you know, the whole rod thing happened. And here I am. It wasn't good. And to this day, ever since the bullying and whatnot, especially in middle school, I think middle school itself made that worse. Now it seems like they don't happen as often because quarantine and I'm not interacting with people that much. That's usually how it happens. And it really only happens throughout the internet. If I get like certain comments or whatever, that can happen. Because I'm in quarantine most of the time and I'm sitting here in my room, it doesn't happen as much, but it still does. And I feel bad because I have a lot of plushies. It's mainly a coping thing. But I've destroyed some of my old plushies because I'd get so angry. A lot of my old ones, because the older ones tear a lot easier than my newer ones, of course. Like old childhood plushies. I had this little frog and his arm got teared off and I was so sad. Yeah, I saw it for it. My favorite plushie, I have so many. I have so many sitting right here with me. And then you have the plushie jail over there, which holds all of them. Plushies are a big way how I cope with things. Yeah, I want to. The only problem is that Sona has floating arms, so I don't know how I'd get that made. I'd love to make a Sona plushie that's made by the same people who made Smiley. Eeyore. Yeah, probably. That's what I'd guess. It'd be really cute if I made a Sona plushie. Not made, but I got a Sona plushie made. Where it's like Sona sitting down with their arms out, like in a big hug. But again, the arm problem. No, I'd probably get one made. It's cute. Actually, my frames and animations go all over the place. What is this one? This one is 15. This is like 30 something. This one. This one's 12. This one's 15. This one's 12. You can touch smooth me. 15, 14, 12, 12, 6, 9, 12. You see, it goes all over the place. Oh, really? Mom's watching my YouTube channel? What? That's so interesting. Okay. It looks... No, see, the Sightmare characters, they still exist. It's just that when I worked on them more, it was because I was very sad and they became vent characters because the story of Sightmare is an emotional story about me in itself. Oh, the circles, they're my basic shape of how I want the body to move. And then I'm gonna actually 2D animate, not 2D, but like, I'm gonna actually frame by frame animate them once I get them done, but for now they're just stupid little circles. No, but the Sightmare characters still exist. Their universe still exists. Actually, Sightmare takes place, no, really, it actually was a really unique story, and I do really still like it. It was just at the time when I was working on it more and more, it was because I was super sad, and that's what influenced the art, and then I wanted to move away from that for a bit and work on Deceit, and then I wanted to work more on Tomoji, which is what I'm doing now. For now, Tomoji, what am I going to do with the 3 stories? I don't know. If you don't know, I'm going to educate you about my stuff here. I have 3 main plots of characters. Deceit, which is a multiverse. It's my biggest universe that I ever made. And somehow it all stays in my head. That one is ridiculous. I've been working on that for years. Tomoji, or the Mystery of the Jungle Gym, which I'm working on right now. It's an animatronic story with cartoon robots. And I made them because, I made Deceit as like my own, action universe, but the Tomoji guys exist because one of my dreams, one of my biggest, what I'm a nerd for the most is animatronics, not because of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's actually the reason why I love Five Nights at Freddy's, because I just love the art of animatronics and puppets. I don't know, just bringing something to, no, I can bring them back. I'll bring them back. They're still there. I just hid them. I could put the Sightmare characters back if y'all want it. Because they're still there. I just hid them off my R5 page. But I could put them back. But, one of my dreams is to make my own performing animatronics, just because seeing those things move is magical to me. And just animatronics themselves is so fascinating. And I was like, one of my biggest dreams out there is that if I could be an engineer, I would want to have my own animatronic band to perform for millions of people if I could. So I made 5 characters: Molly Macaw, Croco Crocodile, Owlie Alligator, Spectre Snake, and Milo Mongoose. I made all 5 of those guys, and I have everything planned out for how I even want the machines to work. It's just that I'm no engineer. I don't make robots, sadly. If I could, I would make these guys real. I would make their stage. I would do it. For anything in my mind, I would do it. Because the concept of those guys existing is so cool in my head. But for now, I'm no engineer. I can't do it. So I make cartoons and drawings of these characters that I've made up to specifically be animatronic characters. And just for fun, I make some stories about them. About how the Crow is this evil villain, and how the Raven exists, and the other side characters being Teresa Turkey, and Serena Swan, and Chicky Pop, and the Raven. Those guys too. Just my animatronic characters, I love them so much, because they're just something I've always wanted to make, but didn't. Because it's just, I'm no engineer, I can't make them. So I do whatever I can to make them feel real. And then Sightmare. Sightmare was a story that actually became the far sequel to Deceit. It's when the Deceit, everything that happened to Deceit is over, and this is years later. With a whole different story and a whole different perspective. Yeah, this is ASMR now. If you didn't know, Sightmare was a story about me. Sightmare was a story that was about a person that has so many, that basically in this world, emotions and everything imaginable was controlled by clans of monsters. And this is where Deceit comes from too, because Deceit's main realms are the 10 elements, including light and dark. And there's a realm for everything imaginable. From, I don't know, from like fucking like video games. I don't know anything. That'd be so cute. From anything you can even think of the dumbest thing, and there could be a realm based off of it. If any kind of thing exists, there's probably a realm for it. So one thing is that, not the biggest clan of them, but close to that is all the emotions. And every mortal has these emotion monsters. Spectre realm. That'd be funny with the snakes. But every person has these monsters in their head, but they don't see it. It's like, imagine, it's like Inside Out, the movie. It's like Inside Out, the movie, but with monsters in a way. Yes, I'll look in a bit. I'll look after the stream. Because if I look at it now, it's gonna crash. I want this to be farther, wait. Alright, I'll just keep rambling. But that was the basic premise of it, and so the premise is that this person, aka me, had so much emotional stuff, and something happened, not just to them emotionally, but like with something else that happens with the story related. Out of nowhere, they're able to see these monsters. Oh, it's just neon feathers, no space. It's just neon feathers, and like all lowercase. And I am on Spice. This needs more impact, like this. I was going to, but now my art takes so long to draw, so now I don't know anymore. No, you can still attack, it just will be friendly fire. I'll still get the artwork, it's just that your team won't get any points for it. Oh, that looks a lot better. Oop, whoopsie, uh-oh. Okay, whatever, it'll stay like that. I was gonna go on Team Sugar, but I was like, what's the one I actually want to be on? I was gonna be on Sugar, but then, like, I was like, which one do I fit more though? Like when I saw the aesthetics of sugar and spice, I was like, no, I like spice. Oh yeah, little thing. So you know how Sona speaks in Plumish, the hand language? I've been actually working on that language to a point where I can say certain words. And later on, in a little bit, maybe if I have some time today, I will draw some like tutorials on how you can say certain things. I think you that looks smooth right there. There it is. Okay, I need to copy and paste the head again. You could probably say ravioli. That sounds like an insult itself. You can call him a dry ravioli. That'd be funny. Sona's Demery's input. Sure. So Plumage is a language that was made of, like word-wise, was a mix of plum, which is what the color Sona is, and the ish part because of English, but it also came from plumage, which is, feathers on a bird. So it became the word plumish, but spelled like plum. I want to be a walnut. So plumish, even though it has the plum part, is spoken by all Demerys. The reason why they don't speak at all is because Demerys represent the past. They represent, like, stains of one's past, right? Because the past happens, and the past is remembered. And because of that, the past stays that way. They are but a mark. So they can't object. They can't change anything because the past cannot be changed. They can't say anything. Because saying something is objecting something, and the past can't do that. So they can't do that. Instead, the way they talk to each other and the way they talk to others is through a hand language called Plumish. And imagine, it's not like sign language. It's similar, of course, because it's a hand language, but it's more of like take the art of mime, but make it into a language. And that's what this is, because Plumish is spoken with not just their hands, which is a big part, but it's also spoken with every part of their body. Their eyes, their head, their body, their feet, everything. Even, specifically for Demerys, their tails are also something that they speak with a lot. Like, maybe I can just show one real quick. I can show how you say hello. Hello's pretty simple. Let's see if I can draw it. Like, look, there's Sona. There you go. There's Sona, right? Well, Demerys don't have to be based off certain people. Like, they're mainly based off events. Like, I remember someone said that their Demery was, like, a space boy, and he was created because of how planets were moving around. Like, that's cool. And also, the one Egyptian Demery I saw was super cool. Here. So, there's a Sona right here. There we go. There's Sona here. I'll color in her horns. I'll color in the horns, too. Alright. There they are. So, to say hello in Plumish, let me make sure I got this right. The hand starts like this, the eyes. Here's the thumb. You know, I won't color it in black because you can't see, but you get my idea. It starts with this, pointing up like that, in a almost take the L kind of way, up in front of you, and then you move it to point this way. And it's not like, it's just mainly a flick of the wrist, basically, of pointing that way. You move the arm a little bit out this way, you see what I mean? If I do, like, draw it like that, you know? But it's just a little, like that. From the front, like from pointing to the sky to pointing to the side. Just a quick little, like that. And then if you want to say goodbye, it's the same thing, except pointing with your hand the other way. Instead of having, like, your fingers face the person, your fingers are facing you. And instead of going this to this, you go from this to this. So you point the other way. So you say hello, goodbye. And by the way, when you say hello and goodbye like that, it's the same way of doing that means hello, and it also means like what's up, you know, whatnot, you know. Yeah, basically, it's a quick little thing, but you don't point it at the person. It's just. Also, I could probably teach good morning, good evening, and good day. Let me see. Well, let me think of a good one. I'll teach one more, I think, and then I'll get back to animating. How about I love you? That's a good one. So I'll draw a derpy little Sona again. Here's a stupid Sona. I'll just draw Sona like this. There we go. So there's the derpy Sona. I will teach one more. Demorian? Oh my god, wait, that sounds so cool. Demorian? Demorian, that sounds really epic. Actually sounds way too cool for the stupid little series. So, also how Plumage is spoken is that you pronounce every single word. Unlike sign language, which means like maybe like a phrase or something is said with one motion. It's just you say every single word. And also, if you need to say someone's name, you either just point at the person or you have to spell every single letter. And letters are very easy. You just draw them in the sky. That one's really easy. But to say I love you, you just point like that. It's not like the other one. The other one where you had the thumb out, this one you have the thumb in like you're pointing. This means I. If you just point. Alright, I'll do that next. That's I. Love is where you take your hand out like this, right? And you do it in one motion. You go up like this, and then you clasp your hand like that. It's I love. And then you is when you are referring to someone else. When you say you, you point with both hands at the person. So it'd be I love you. So now Sona can say, or any Demory can say I love you. In future animation, I'm going to make them actually speak in Plumage, so it would look a lot cooler. And then I'll do your raviolis. So your would be the same thing as the you, so you would start with actually, back to this, you would start with that for you or your. And then the A part is actually just unclasping the hands, kind of just means A. So it'd be your A and then unclasp the hands. And then ravioli would probably just be like... No, wait, it would work like names. You'd have to actually get a ravioli. Proper nouns don't exist in Plumish. because a Demery doesn't really have to say those things, but when they have to... In Sona's case, it's easy, because Sona can just draw ravioli. But the Demery would have to have something or point at something to indicate a ravioli, so... Alright, there goes the little Sona. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's one way they could do it. They could do a square. I actually saw that. I was gonna attack you with that. I just didn't have the time to yet. They don't have to. Demeries exist the same way how memories exist. The way they stay alive is if people can remember that memory. So that's why, for example, when I saw someone make the Egyptian one, the reason why they still exist is because even though it's so long ago, is that people remember them. If a memory gets forgotten, that means no one else remembers them anymore, so do the memories, because there's no point in them being a stain anymore. Well, most memories don't die anyway.